This is Gene Key, Skyserve News. A man shoots his friend over a ride home. KHOU.com reports from La Porte. A suspect has been arrested in an early morning fight that led to a shooting. The La Porte Police Department says it was shortly after 1 a.m. Monday when officers were called to a residence. The victim was shot by a close friend during a fight about getting a ride home from a party. Police say there were several witnesses to the shooting, saying the alleged shooter fled the scene before authorities showed up. Baytown police later arrested a suspect identified as 20-year-old Cody Ratliff. Two women have made confessions saying they were responsible for the rash of serial burglaries in North Texas. CBSDFW.com reports. An arrest after a traffic stop in Carlton could mean dozens of North Texas crimes are now solved. Carlton police say they arrested two women for drug possession on October the 16th after being taken into custody. 25-year-old Skylar Paige Lampton and 33-year-old Erica Jo Johnson confessed so far to as many as 50 car burglaries in 3 different cities. After getting a search warrant for a house in Carlton, police also found hundreds of stolen items, including jewelry, tools, and some 25 wallets. Early voting begins across Texas, but don't forget your proper identification. The Associated Press contributed to this story. Early voting has begun across Texas for the November 3rd election. The Texas Secretary of State says early voting runs through October 30th. Due to the increased state voter ID requirements, Texans who wish to cast ballots in early voting that began Monday must provide identification that includes a photo. The officially accepted forms of photo ID are a driver's license, a Texas personal identification card, a concealed handgun license, a military ID, a U.S. citizenship certificate, a U.S. passport, or an election identification certificate. Dallas's 6th-floor museum acquires a ring with an infamous history. CBSDFW.com reports. The 6th-floor museum in downtown Dallas on Tuesday announced a new piece being added to their main exhibit. The center will now display Lee Harvey Oswald's wedding ring. The 14-karat gold wedding band was purchased by Oswald in April 1961 at a jewelry store in Russia, ahead of his marriage to Marina Peraskova. It was said that Oswald never took the ring off. However, Oswald famously left the ring in a teacup next to his wife's bed on the morning that President John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Researchers have called this a sign as to the mindset of Oswald on that morning. This is the first personal item of Oswald that the Dealey Plaza Museum has acquired, as most everything else is still being held as evidence at the National Archives. This is Gene Key, Skyserve News.